Welcome back to BC Place Stadium, where the Vancouver Whitecaps and Chivas USA are just about ready to do battle here in Vancouver.
Over the park, you'll see Gershon, Koffie, and Matt Watson alternating box to box. One defends, one goes forward. And up front, the top scoring duo, 21 goals this year, Kenny Miller and Camilo. A decent 2-3-1 record since the new coach has come into place. He's put in the 4-4-2. They used to go with 3 in the back, but they are anchored now by Carlos Bocanegra and Bobby Burling in the middle of the back there. Edgar Mejia will sit in the holding midfield.
The first half underway. Chivas USA. Miller goes to deck, but referee Gantar allows play to continue. Chivas on the attack. Alvarez sends the ball in, looking for Torres. Torres! Oh my goodness! What a finish and a start for Erick Torres, as the youngster is El Fuego. 1-0 for the visitors.
And an unstoppable shot from El Cubo, the man who's come in and scored 4 goals in just 6 appearances on loan from Guadalajara. And this is a spectacular overhead kick that has Osted grasping at air after it isn't dealt with here. Andy O'Brien's ball up in the air, and it falls nicely for Torres. All the skill in the world to guide that one by the Danish goalkeeper. And Torres, who has that confidence right now, just 20 years of age, but scored twice against the Red Bulls last week. One from the spot, one from open play, and that one, you won't find a better one probably all season. And that left Torres unmarked and with the time to perform that overhead kick. Lots of time left. We said that last week, and they fell down to the Galaxy. But
maybe Kenny Miller will have something to say. Miller in alone off the outside of the post. Beat Dan Kennedy, but couldn't get it by the woodwork.
It's a great run from Kenny Miller. You just pick up the end of it there, but he gets in behind. We talked about the space that they might get down that right side and the left.
Alvarez. Minda plays in Borja. Chivas keeping good possession here. Ball whipped in, header! Goal number 2 for Chivas USA, as Torres dances again.
I said off the top, they call him El Cubo because of the size of his head, and he hasn't scored a header yet in Major League Soccer action until now. It's another good ball in, as it's whipped in right in between the 2 center backs there. And again, Andy O'Brien behind Torres. Torres just guides it beyond David Osted. It's a terrific finish from the youngster, who is in fine form, his second of the game. And now the Whitecaps with a real uphill battle here. Still lots of time, but if the pressure was on before, it really is on now, down by a couple.
Back come Chivas USA. Osted, a huge stop off De La Fuente. YP Lee clears, and that was too easy. Mejia over to try and shut down Kakuta Mane, who quickly moves it ahead to Kenny Miller. Camilo, nice 1-2 with Miller. Russell Tybert screaming in. Matt Watson coming on a run. Kenny Miller steps inside. Kenny Miller. I'm not sure if that was Mane or Camilo, as 2 players took the ball off Miller there and just missed the mark.
And this is all set up from the great ball in from Camilo as it finds Kenny Miller. Runs away a little bit from Miller there.
And that ball will go all the way back into the Whitecaps and to Andy O'Brien. YP Lee under pressure there, really had no other option. Matt Watson does a great job there to force Dan Kennedy to turn it over. Koffie from distance. There it is! Gershon Koffie reaps the rewards of some excellent effort from Matt Watson.
Well, Matt Watson has had his troubles tonight keeping possession of the ball, but this good defensive effort to pressure the goalkeeper Kennedy means he knocks the ball straight to Gershon Koffie. Koffie sees the keeper off the line, shoots it first time after settling it, and it's enough to beat Kennedy as he scrambles back into the goal. Good effort from the midfielder from distance. Kennedy botches the attempt to keep it out. And Dan Kennedy, who got away with one just moments ago, doesn't get away with one there, and the Whitecaps are right back in this game.
Bowen, Chivas in no real hurry here as they check up and knock it about. Vancouver's going to have to work hard to get the ball back. Minda to Mejia. Forward to Bowen. Bowen steps around. And Tristan Bowen blows it over top.
That is a gilt-edged chance to finish off the Whitecaps. A good through ball from Edgar Mejia, and he easily gets by YP Lee.
Camilo to Hurtado. Hurtado blocks it towards goal. Dan Kennedy quick to make that save. The clearance there by Delgado right off the foot of Erick Hurtado. And Count Kennedy very lucky.
Hurtado just using his strength here, forces his way through. Gets the left foot up on the clearing attempt, and it almost...
Kobayashi to Mane. Heinemann. Hurtado racing up. Erick Hurtado looking for it. Hurtado in! The ball bounces awkwardly and Hurtado sends it over top.
Well, Tristan Bowen could have put this game away. Erick Hurtado should have tied it here. As he gets in front there, it doesn't quite sit.
Kenny Miller with some room. Mane. Kakuta Mane crosses it in. Erick Hurtado across goal. Tommy Heinemann has tied it up. The substitute. Simply superb. It's 2-2.
The Whitecaps throwing everyone forward. It's a good ball in from Kakuta Mane. And Hurtado does ever so well to knock it across the face of goal, where the poacher, Tommy Heinemann, sweeps it home. Heinemann, who scored so many goals like that in the reserves this year, gets his chance late in the game and ties the game here as you look at Martin Rennie. And now with just a couple of minutes left here of stoppage time, the Whitecaps will look to try to secure all three. Whitecaps, we mentioned the game against Kansas City in 2011 when they came back with a couple of goals in stoppage time. It won't happen again here tonight. I think the Whitecaps, having been down by a pair after the first 45 minutes, will at least be pleased that it was a much better second half and they were able to come away from this game with at least the 1 point.